I don't want to make a video. This is for the Roland JP8000 keyboard. What an incredible machine. It sounds great. The supersaw, the likeness to the Jupiter 8, even more, is just incredible. But it did have one known problem, and that was with sticky keys. And I'm going to show you briefly how to fix it. But first of all, to get it open, you got to get the back off. You can see my back's down there. You have to take off all these screws around there. There are no electronics mounted to the back plate, so nothing that hassle with there. You're going to have approximately a handful of screws about that large that came from the back. Then after that, this keyboard is obviously in here, and you have to detach these two cables, which are they're good connectors, and they're not easy to mess up. They pop in, pop out pretty easily. Just be careful, of course, but pretty good cable. The keyboard itself, I'm not going to flip this one over right now because I don't want to drop these springs, but you have a screw here, screw here, screw here, and a screw that was on here, and a screw that was there. And then with those connected, the keyboard comes out. Now, a lot of people talk about the grease being the problem, and I agree and I disagree. Some people talk about the springs being a problem, just stretch them a little more, make them stronger. Yeah, that's one way. Okay. What I have found is that even after cleaning the grease off, and not even if you apply new grease, you're still going to have about the same problem. So this is the fix that I found that works for me. I use an X-Acto knife, and you don't have to do this necessarily with every key, but if you have a key that just won't stay stuck, shave off. Which key am I looking at? Shave off just a little bit. You see that little tiny sliver in there? That's about how much you need to take off. And if you remove just that tiny little bit, then your key goes from not working to working. I would say that's probably the most important thing that I could recommend. I've heard some people say they would sand it, and you could do that. Then you want to get that little piece out of there. See how small that little sliver is? Just a little sliver. And this has worked for me. For any key I come across that's still sticky, like I got one. I did have one around here that was kind of misbehaving. They seem to be working pretty good now. I got all these working, everything's working. But if I run across a key that just says like it wants to stick, that's it. Hope that helps somebody out.